Multi-threading. What is multi-threading? Execution of more than
This
one
meeting
thread
is being
at a time
recorded.
is called as multi-threading. What is thread? Piece of code that executes independently. A thread is a piece of code that executes independently. Uh, every program contains at least one thread. What is that thread? Main thread. Main thread default name is main only. Main thread default priority is normal priority, priority number 5. How many ways to create a new thread? 2 ways. What are those? By extending java.lang.thread class. Second one, by implementing java. Now, last class, life cycle of a thread you studied. Life cycle of a thread or thread states diagram you have seen. Okay. Next, that life cycle diagram related points only, not completed. Diagram I given no last class. That diagram related. Say, note new thread will born whenever thread class constructor is called. New thread will born whenever thread class constructor is called. New thread will born whenever thread class constructor is called. New thread will born whenever thread class constructor is called. Thread will die whenever destroy method is called. Thread will die whenever destroy method is called. Thread will die whenever destroy method is called. Sleep method I given no, ms I given milliseconds. Note down. Sleep method takes milliseconds as a parameter. Sleep method takes milliseconds as a parameter. Sleep method takes milliseconds as a parameter. Now, you observe here, I given life cycle thread, like this life cycle of a thread or thread states. There is java.lang dot object class, java.lang dot runnable interface, java.lang dot thread. Like this we have. Here wait method here and notify method here. Run method here. All methods here. Start, again run overridden, sleep, suspend, resume. Here. Note down. These are concrete methods. It is abstract method. Online students, the screen is visible or not visible? Just respond in chat box. This drawing screen, runnable object thread, visible? Okay. It is abstract method. These all concrete methods. It is null body method. Is it over? So I given yesterday diagram, you observe, methods you observe. Start method, run method, sleep method, destroy method, suspend, resume, wait, notify. These all are given now. Here. Wait method, notify method in object class. Run method in runnable interface. And start, run, sleep, suspend, resume, destroy in thread class. Here, this run method overridden here. This run method overridden here. Okay. Now, they given null body method. Why they given null body method? I'll explain. See, actually, you studied what is thread? Piece of code that executes independently. What is multi-threading? Execution of more than one thread at a time is called multi-threading. So, one program you can divide into number of pieces. If all pieces running simultaneously, that is multi-threading. Every program contains one main thread, that is main method. But remaining code you are tried in run method. That's what they given empty, null body. If they don't override, what will happen? It will become abstract because it is runnable is run method is abstract method. No, Whenever interface is inverted, all abstract methods must be overridden. If not overridden, this class becomes abstract. That's what overridden. But they didn't write any code. And also, this method automatically called whenever you call start method. That notes I'll give. Note on. Run method given as null body method. Run method given as null body method to write child thread task code. Run method given as null body method to write child thread task code. Run method given as null body method to write child thread task code. Writing child thread task code, they given null body. They given empty. So that is empty. They didn't write any code. We outright. We outright the code. Okay. And here start method implicitly calls run method. 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 So we have to call start. Start will call run. Okay. Here we have to call start. Start will call run. That type. Is it over? Now library methods I'll show you. Here variables, these three variables. Here variable name, minimum priority, variable name, norm priority, variable name, max priority. Okay. Constructors. One minute. Here these are constructors. I'll remove package name. Here also I'll remove package name. Methods. Methods. Sleep method. Start method, run method. Set priority, get priority, set name. Get name. Not done. These all not done. Here minimum priority number 1, normal priority number 5, maximum priority number 10. minimum priority, normal priority, maximum priority. I would explain. Is it over? Now say here these variables are instance variables or class variables or local variables. How do you know these are class variables? Static. Can we change the value of these variables? No. Why? Final. So these variables are accessible or not accessible? How do you know? Public. So accessible. It is class variable. It is final. We cannot change. These are integer variables. It is variable name. Public static final variable in Java library. All capital letters with underscore symbol will be there. Okay. Now, how many ways to create a thread? Two ways. What are those? By extending java.lang.thread class. Second one, by implementing java.lang.runnable interface. If he extends thread, this constructor required. If he implements runnable, this constructor required. Okay. After this, here you observe these two class methods, static. These are instance methods, non-static. When you extend thread, these methods you cannot override because final methods cannot be overridden. Now here this is one more new keyword is there, you observe native. That means this method developed in native languages. Native language nothing but C and C++. This method definition they defined in another language C, C++, because Java derived from C, C++, Java native C, C++. This method definition written in C language, that is native. That is noted. Native methods are developed in C and C++ programming language. Native methods are developed in C and C++ programming language. Native methods are developed in C and C++ programming language. So it is developed in C, C++ programming language. Remaining all already know. Synchronized you will study in this topic only. Synchronization concept. Okay. Now it is about thread class. Java p java.lang.runnable interface. There is one method, run method. Write this method. After this program, I'll explain. Is it over? Next, object class also. Methods. Wait, notified two methods are there, no? Noted? Wait method, notify method comes under object class. Over. Now I'll ask questions, answer. With your answers, I'll write the programs. Now here every program contains at least one thread. Every program contains at least one thread. In this program also one thread is there. That thread name is main thread. Default priority 5. Normal priority. Okay. The priority number 5. If you want to get the name of the thread, if you want to get the name of the priority, get the priority. What are the methods required? See, which method required? Get name, get priority. If you call get name, you'll get a name of the priority. If you call get priority, you'll get the priority of thread. Okay. Now this get name, get priority. Are these accessible? How do you know? Public. Okay. Are these instance methods or class methods? Instance methods. How do you know? There is no static. How many ways to access? Two ways. What are those? Object reference. So suppose by using this object, this constructor, you'll create object. Thread 3 t equal to new thread. Like this, if you write, what will happen? See here. Whenever thread class constructor is called, new thread will born. You studied. So like this, I don't want to create now. I want to get this thread only. For that, one separate method is there. See, current thread. Method name is current thread. This method, wherever you call, that thread comes. That thread object comes. That is referred by thread reference. Now, is this method accessible? How do you know? Public. Is it instance method or class method? How do you know? How many ways to access? How many ways? What are those? Directly, class name, object reference. How many ways not recommended? Which are not recommended? When we have to use directly, when we have to use class name, this method in which class? Thread class. My class, which class? Can I access directly? No. Then how to call? Class name. What is the return type of this method? Thread. Then what we have to write? Answer. Here what we have to write? Thread t equal to thread dot current thread. So this thread reference only comes in this program. How many threads are there? One thread only. That thread reference t. With this t, can I call get name method? Yes. Can I call get priority method? Yes. How to call get name method? Return type string. What do you write? String sc equal to t dot get name. Next, system dot out dot println s. Can I write these two lines as a one line? Yes or no? Yes. What do you write? Get name. Okay. Now like this only. System dot out dot println t dot get priority. Thread class in which package? Java dot lang. Is it required to import? No. Why? Implicitly imported. If I compile and execute this program, you observe Java C demo.java. Java demo. See main and file. Name of the thread is main. Name of the thread is main. Priority of the thread is file. See t dot get name main. T dot get priority file. Got it? Now I want to change the name of the thread. I want to change. How to change? Set name. This method I want to call. Then what we have tried? T dot set name. Suppose name of the thread demo. I want to change the priority of the thread. Set priority. T dot set priority. Priority is minimum priority, normal priority, maximum priority. say in a one program, maximum 10 threads, 10 threads you can create. More than 10 also you can create. But result you cannot predict if many threads are created. Okay, burden to processor. So priorities 1, 2, 3, 4 like that you can give order. Suppose today you have to complete 10 works. What you will do? You will give a priority. It is important first. It is next like that. You will give priority. No, here also like that. Whichever highest priority is there, that priority thread starts runs at a time. Very quickly. First it will start. Okay. That is priorities. So for example, while developing online banking application, suppose online banking. Okay, generally banking, suppose bank time is 10 to 5. Bank time is 10 to 5. 5 1 minute he'll go to late. He'll go to bank late. Uh, to withdraw money 20 lakhs. Now what they say? Time is over, come tomorrow. Okay. Suppose 5 1 only, go to deposit 20 lakhs. What they'll do? They'll accept. Reason? Priority, deposit highest priority. Withdraw least priority. Okay. Same in internet banking, mobile banking also will like we have to do like that only. Deposit highest, withdraw least. Why? I'll explain. Suppose in your in your account balance is zero. Balance is zero. Your friend your friend asked 10,000. You should one check. Okay. Actually, your intention is before going to withdraw money from bank, you want to deposit in a cash deposit machine or somewhere. You want to bank only, you want to deposit. Like that, you should check. But you forgot to deposit. Now, your friend will go to bank. You will give check to bank employee. Bank employee will send the request to withdraw money. Almost at the same time, cash deposit machine, you will deposit. Suppose one request for deposit, one request for withdraw, two requests came at a time. Okay. Then suppose it is entered. Then what will happen? Check bounce. Suppose it will enter money deposited, later money withdrawn. Now suppose two threads almost came at a time. Now which one we have to give highest priority? Deposit or withdraw? Deposit. This is called priorities. Further priorities required. This type of application, Spring Enterprise, last topic. Okay, like that will be there. Here, highest priority thread will be executed first. Even running thread will be stopped sometime if highest priority thread comes. That purpose priorities. If you want to change the priority, set priority method. Are these instance variables or class variables or local variables? How many ways to access? How many ways not recommended? Now, can we access this variable directly? Can we access? No. How to access? Class name. Thread dot max priority. We have tried. Thread dot max priority. Now again, I'll print system dot out dot println t dot get name. System dot out dot println t dot get priority. Okay, file save. Now here, what will be the output here? Main and 10, main and 5. Here, what will be the output? Demo and 10. See, main 5, demo 10. Is it multi-threading program or single thread program? Single thread only. This current thread information I printed. Okay. Note on program to get current thread information. This is static method we are calling with class name. Return type also thread. That's what we have to write like this. So current thread is static method. Static method you can access by using class name. So thread dot current thread. But return type also thread. That's what like that. Program to get current thread information. Over. Now what will be the output? Main 5, demo 10. Now I'll remove this. Now in this program, any thread is there? Yes. Which thread? Main thread. This main thread task I'm printing 1 to 10. System dot out dot println I. Now system dot out dot println I. What will be the output? 1 to 10. It will print 1 to 10 in a fraction of seconds. In a fraction of seconds, 1 to 10. Okay. Now I want to place in sleep mode, sleep state. Now then this method we have to call. Now here you observe sleep method. Is it accessible? How do you know? Public. Is it instance method or class method? Class method. How do you know? Static. How many ways to access? 4 ways. How many ways not recommended? When we have to use directly? When we have to use class name? Now how to access in demo class? Class name. So thread dot sleep. Year long milliseconds. So how to call? Thread dot sleep. Suppose 1000. 1000 milliseconds equal to 1 second. 1 second it will sleep. 1 second it will sleep. One printed 1 second it will sleep. 2 printed, 1 second it will sleep. 3 printed, 1 second it will sleep. Like that. Will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Already one hierarchy given starting. In that interrupt exception is there. Checked or unchecked? Checked. Is it mandatory to handle? If you don't handle, what will happen? Compile time error occurs. See, those who remembered up to exception handling, they are answering. Those who forgot, those who are irregular, those who are not following my rules and guidelines, they are watching like a movie. That's it. Up to exception handling only. Further nothing you observe. Every line already before exception handling only will be there. Okay. Few people are watching. Few people are giving answer. That it depends on you. Already told. Up to exception handling, whoever will remember subject, for them it is nothing. Now it will throw exception. We have to handle. If you don't handle, will it compile? No. See, unreported exception, interrupt exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. How many ways to handle? Two ways. What are those? Try and catch block, throws. Must be caught, nothing but try catch. Declared to be thrown, nothing but throws. Anyone we have to write. Suppose try, catch, interrupted exception. System.err.println. Here implicitly which method called? ToString. Which class ToString? Throwable class ToString. With that error message comes. If it is problem occurred. Now you observe, if I compile, every second one number printed. See, one printed, 1 second it will sleep. Again start wake up, it will wake up. Two printed, again three, like this. One every second one number printed. Is it single thread program or multi-thread program? Still single thread only. Multi-threading means how many ways to create new thread? Two ways. What are those? By extending java.lang.thread class. Second one, by implementing java.lang.runnable interface. Here any extend thread is there? No. Implements runnable? No. That's what it is single thread. This just note program to demonstrate sleep method. Is it over? It is sleep method demonstration. Sleep method concept I explained. Now, how many ways to create multi-thread application? Two ways. What are those? By extending java.lang.thread class, by implementing java.lang.runnable interface. Now, I'll show you. Now done. Steps to develop multi-threaded application by extending java.lang.thread class. Steps to develop multi-threaded application by extending java.lang.thread class. Steps to develop multi-threaded application by extending java.lang.thread class. First step, create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. Create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. Second step, override run method. Create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. Second step, create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. Second step, override run method. Third step, write child thread task code in a run method. Fourth step, write main method. Fifth step, create an object of current class. Sixth step, call start method. Seventh step, write main thread task code in a main method. Create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. Override run method. Write child thread task code in a run method. Write main method. Create an object of current class. Call start method. Write main thread task code in a main method. These 7 steps required to implement multi-threaded application. I'll show you. Writing is over. See, I'll ask questions, answer. What is first step? Create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. What you have tried? Class demo extend thread. What is second step? Override run method. Overriding rules, everything you studied, no? Now what we have tried? Public void run. Because that is public method. Public method, public only can write. Protected is there. Protected valid, public valid. Default is there. Default valid, protected valid, public valid. Private is there. Overriding is not possible. Okay. Now, what is next step? Second step also over. Third step, write child thread task code. Here task code we'll see later. Next, right? Main method. What we have tried? Public static void main string args. What is the next step? Create an object of current class. What we have tried? Demo d equal to new demo. Next step, call start method. Start method in which class? Thread class. Can I call with a d? D dot start. Is it valid or invalid? Start method in which class? Thread class. D is a reference of which class? Demo class. Is it valid or invalid? Valid? Sure. How? Extends. Demo extends thread. Using subclass reference. Superclass method you can call. Using subclass reference, superclass method you can call. Okay. After that, what is the next step? Write main thread task code. Now, this is multi-threading. How? I'll explain. First, what will happen? Listen with concentration. Writing program style is same. Now, first, main method called. Okay, main method called. After this, open brace executed. First, main method called. Okay, main method called. After this, open brace executed. After this, demo object created. Demo object. Okay. Demo object created. Whenever demo object is created, demo class default constructor called. Now, is there any demo class default constructor? Is there? No. Will it Java compiler provides? Yes. In that constructor first line, what will be there? Super. What super keyword will do? It calls super class constructor. Which is super class? Thread class. Thread class constructor called. Whenever thread class constructor is called, new child thread will born. So from here, one child will born. From here, one main thread also will come like this. So here what will be happen is one child thread will born. Okay. Now this is main thread. This is main thread. This is main thread. This is child thread. Start method implicitly calls run method. Then control comes here. Run method open brace. After this, like this. Now after this is this part at a time executed. Okay. Whatever you written here, it comes to current window. Whatever you written here, it comes to current window. Both will get the same output. Both will send to same output window. Like this. Now both will run simultaneously. Both will send the output to output window. Okay. Both will send the output to output window. Now, whichever comes first, that will be printed first. So here what is happening? See, it is one thread. Here divided like a two. One child thread will born. Child thread started. Child thread will run. At the same time, main thread will run. Whatever you write here, whatever you write here, both will run simultaneously. Both will send the output to output window. Whichever comes first, that will print first. Ready, son? So whatever you write the code in the run method, whatever you write the code in the main method, both will run simultaneously. That output transferred to output window. Output window, only one window. So whichever comes first, that will be printed first. Output we cannot predict because it is multi-threading. Both are running simultaneously. Is it over? Is it completed? No. Again, the last question's answer. First, what is the first step? Create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. What do you write? Class demo extends thread. What is second step? Override run method. What do you write? What is third step? I'll print 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 100. 1 to 100 I'm printing. What is next step? What do you write? What is next step? What do you write? Demo d equal to new demo. Next, call start method. What do you write? D dot start. What is next step? Same code I'll write here. Task. Now you observe. It will print 1 to 100. It will print 1 to 100. Both will run simultaneously. See, compilation, execution. You observe here, mixed. You observe. See, first 1 to 1 to 12 printed. Next one started. This 13, this 12 continued here. This 4 continued here. This 13 here, 14. Again 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, year 17. All mixed content. Because both are running simultaneously. What you can do is, suppose year 10. Year 10. Now I want to write sleep method. What do you write? Thread dot sleep 1000. Here also thread dot sleep 1000. Now will it throw exception? Yes. How to handle? Try catch blocks. What do you write? Interrupted exception. Okay. Next, system dot err dot println IE. Same here also. Try catch blocks. Interrupted exception. System dot err dot println IE. Now both will run simultaneously. You observe? Both are running simultaneously. Now, this first one, is it main thread or child thread? Is it main thread or child thread? Output, we cannot predict. Already I told. Output, we cannot predict. Which is going to come, we cannot predict. Okay, suppose here I'll write something message. main thread. I'll print. Okay. Here also I'll write something. Child thread. Compilation. Execution. See. Now we cannot predict. Again, if I execute, output may be changed. Now main child coming. See, observe. Again I'll run. That may be changed. See, observe fourth place. Child main came. Child main. We cannot predict. See, child main. See, first child came. We cannot give a guarantee. Output we cannot predict. Okay. Another. Ready, this one. This is multi-threaded program. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Multi-threading. One more way is there. Synchronization is there. These all I have to explain. After that, collections framework, last topic. Okay. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Online students, any doubts? We'll see continuation tomorrow.